Maayong adlaw, kumusta? This is Ben from Ben in Cebu, coming to you from Bao, Cordoba. Now, check it out, my brothers. This is the time that I love the most, that I feel the most alive in the Philippines. It is raining. The nightlife is thriving, and there is nothing but people hanging out, and who knows what they're up to. But for me, the deal is, I don't know what it is. Like, my asawa, she's going to be totally pissed off at me because it's past my bedtime and all this weird crap. But I was invited to go to a karaoke. So I did some karaoke, and I hung out, and I sang some songs, and yeah, I can even put up a link to my my karaoke adventure, and it was a great time. But there's just something about it, man. Ever since I was a little kid, like when I was a little kid, I used to go walking in the rain, right? And I'm a singer, so I would like to walk around in the rain and just sing, and with the wind and everything was kind of shrouding my voice, and nobody could really hear what was going on, and I just loved doing it, and it was fun for me, and it just made me feel alive. So when it rains here, I just feel freaking phenomenal. I love it here, and I love the rain, I love the atmosphere, I love everything about it. So I went to the subdivision around the corner from my place. I lifted some weights, and I sang some karaoke, and I had a freaking fantastic time. And now I decided, and probably not a good idea, but I walked down to the Skino, which is the main road, the street, and I decided to get a cheeseburger at this little place here. It's kind of a crappy little cheeseburger place, but if you're in the Philippines, you know it. It's big time cheeseburger. I don't even know, minute burger, something. But it's really cheap, low budget crap food. But to me, I'm not really even here for the food. I'm just here for the atmosphere, and it's raining. I love the sound of the rain on the rooftops. You hear that sound of the rain on the rooftops, just the pitter patter of it. It just reminds me of being in a tent in the woods with my dad and my siblings, and we're hanging out, and we're gonna go fishing the next morning, and it's gonna be fantastic. And we're out and about, and we're anticipating the joy and the fantastic adventure that's gonna come in the following day. And when I don't know, ever since I've just been a little boy, it's just something that just invigorates me. It sends me off into like this anticipation of something cool, something great, something awesome that's going to occur in the next day. Now here, okay, granted, I'm older now, and I have a kid, and my asawa wants me home at a appropriate time frame. But what she doesn't get or understand is that I am primalistic. I'm animalistic. I have this nature in me that loves the night, that loves the thriving atmosphere. I mean, look at this rain. Most people would think that, and Filipinos, they're like, it's freaking cold. But me, I'm like, I will go walk in this crap. I will have an adventure. Just the sound of it makes me excited. It makes me want to have fun. It makes me want to just enjoy my time on this earth as though it's, my last. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to occur in our life, in any given moment. But when this happens, I mean, look at the pitter patter. It is intense. It is totally raining cats and dogs, as they say. And for me, it is frickin' phenomenal. And you know what? Cordoba here has a new checkpoint, which kind of sucks because I ain't down with all that noise. But that's what's up down there. And I had to walk, okay? I came down here and I had to walk through that checkpoint because the trike guy wouldn't go through it because he was afraid to get a ticket because he didn't have the proper credentials. However, I don't care. And he's like, bro, I'm so sorry. I'm like, bro, drop me off and let me walk in this frickin' pitter patter because I dig it. I absolutely love it. So, this is not the best lighting for this last half of this video, but I just wanted to say, you know, show my face or whatever, and just tell everybody that, you know, in the United States, what we got going on there is no bueno, right? We don't know what the heck is gonna happen. And sure, everybody's all excited that Trump won, and everybody's all thinking Trump is the great white hope and he's gonna save the world and everything. Don't trust that crap, okay? Sure, is it an improvement over the previous occupant of the Pooty White House? Yeah, sure, of course, it is an improvement, and we can all, you know, have a little bit of hope to that. But there is a globalist agenda that we cannot predict. We don't know. We can think, okay, Trump is fantastic, but do we really truly know? Do we truly know what goes on behind the scenes? No, we don't. And we will never know until it's over with. We don't know what's going to occur 4 years from now. We don't know if he is who he says he is. I don't trust anyone, especially when it comes to the globalists. And is Trump a billionaire? Of course he is. So what does that mean? We don't know what it means. And that therein lies the crux of the conundrum, right? We don't know what's going to happen. They call this a steak burger, but it ain't steak. Give me a break. Oh, it's hot. But I tell you what you can be assured of is that there is a globalist agenda. And you don't fit into those margins. You have been marginalized. You are nothing but a slave and a cog in the wheel for these people's agenda that is, regardless of what you believe and what you think, we ain't about nothing to them. We are just ants. We're like little peasants that are worker bees, you know, working for the drone, the queen bee, who is the one who is really, really in charge. And do we matter to those people? Heck no, we don't. And regardless of what you have fallen into and what you supposedly think that you, supposedly what you think is going to save you, I can guarantee you that there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. So, America is a wasteland. It is a fallen vessel. It is something that has strayed so far away from what it was in the 50s and when our grandparents were our age and prospering and doing all of these awesome things for their families. We are not on that level. It is not the same. But I can tell you what, Globalist Agenda 2030 is a real frickin' thing. And whatever's gonna happen is gonna shake and rock you to your very core, to the foundation, to the very base of what lies beneath your feet. And you can try to sit there, wherever you are, and think that, oh, everything's fine, everything's gonna be fine. But the reality is they are slowly eroding your freedom. And your freedom is evaporating whether you choose to observe that or not. And more than likely, you have blinders on and you have put your hope and your faith into the hands of people that don't even know your name, don't care about you, and will never care about you. So you can continue to hang out in your home country and think that you've got it made and think that everything's going to be fine because you voted in the right person and that everything will come out in the wash in the end in your favor. But the reality is it's not going to work that way. It's not going to be that way. I wish that it would, but this crap has been going on since probably before you were even born. So what matters is that you care about your neighbor. You care about your friends. You care about the stranger that walks beside you when you're walking down the road. You try to help people. You try to love them. You try to be there for even the person that you don't even know. That's what you do, and that's what matters. You can try to appease yourself with whatever dialogue you are floating through your mind, but the truth and the reality is nobody knows anything. But what we do know is that they don't care about us. They won't care about us. And you can inundate your mind with politics. You can inundate your mind with stupid thoughts that satiate you and placate you and give you supposed hope for the next day so you can breathe a sigh of relief as you stroll along through your daily life and make it through another day. But the reality is, you got a billionaire that is running your nation. Sure, he's done things that supposedly show that he gives a crap about the less fortunate individual that is, plugging along and trying to make it on his hourly wage. But more than likely, and the odds are that you are just fooling yourself. So what can you do? What can you do to counteract what I believe to be the reality? Is you can live for yourself. You can all sit in your little home countries in the West and say, oh, I'm good, Trump's here, and this is going to be great, and he's going to save the world, and whatever, and live in falsehoods and fantasy. Or you can say, you know what? I got one life to live, and it's slowly eroding before my eyes. It's evaporating. I get up and I look in the mirror, and I see, now I'm old. My neck is sagging, and my youth has evaporated. My youth has withered away, and I'm no longer the person that I used to be. And I turn around, and next thing you know, I'm 60 years old. Well, enough of that crap. It's time for you to live your life on your own terms and adapt your own approach, regardless of all the dialogue and the narrative that you have been literally force-fed into your mind through YouTube and through CNN and through the local medias and all these other sources that have literally directed you how to think. It's time to get out of that mindset. It's time for you to do what you want to do. And you cannot accomplish that in this state. You can't accomplish that in the UK. But you can do whatever you want to do in the Philippines if you so choose to do it. But you're too cowardly, and you're using all these excuses to inhibit you from pulling the trigger and doing what you truly need to do and want to do. So I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to invigorate you. I'm here to wake you up and shake you out of this falsehood that you've been brainwashed by that keeps you in line. It's time to say no to the master. It's time to cut the chains and time for you to go your own way and do what you need to do. Live your life while you still have it. So thank you, everybody. That's all I got to say about it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this rain. I'm going to eat my crappy cheeseburger, and then I'm going to go home and I'm going to make my wife mad because I stayed out too late. So that's the reality of it. Thank you, everybody. Please subscribe to my channel. I need 50 subscribers so I can go live, so I can actually gain some traction on this YouTube and get more subscribers, because obviously live streams are legit and the way to go. So help me get to that 50, and I would greatly appreciate it. Everybody, have a blessed day. Take care, and help your fellow brother and sister. Adios.